Thinking of moving to Asia in 2025? Be careful. Not every country is the paradise it seems. From collapsing economies to oppressive systems, these 8 Asian countries could seriously harm your future if you're not careful. Welcome back to the channel. This is Advent Traveler. Whether you're planning to work, retire, or invest abroad, watch this video before making that move. Consider smashing that subscribe button and let's dive right in. Sri Lanka, once a popular destination for expats and digital nomads, is still reeling from its devastating 2022 economic collapse. The country continues to face severe inflation, with the cost of everyday goods and services rising rapidly, making it difficult for both locals and foreigners to afford basic necessities. Political instability remains a major concern, with frequent protests and government changes creating an unpredictable environment. The healthcare system, already under strain, has seen shortages of essential medicines and staff, leading to closed hospitals and limited access to medical care. For foreigners, these challenges are compounded by currency fluctuations, difficulties in transferring money, and occasional anti-foreigner sentiment. While tourism is slowly returning, long-term living in Sri Lanka remains risky, with many expats choosing to leave due to uncertainty, safety concerns, and the struggle to maintain a comfortable lifestyle. Power outages and fuel shortages are still common, impacting daily life and business operations. If you're considering moving to Sri Lanka in 2025, be prepared for ongoing instability, limited resources, and a challenging environment for foreigners seeking long-term stability. Myanmar, once a promising destination for adventurous expats and digital nomads, has become one of the most dangerous places to move to in 2025. Since the military coup, the country has spiraled into chaos, with daily life disrupted by ongoing civil conflict and widespread violence. Internet blackouts are frequent, making it nearly impossible to work online or even communicate with loved ones abroad. Many expats have shared stories of sudden curfews, checkpoints, and the constant fear of being caught in crossfire. Some have had to flee their homes overnight, leaving behind their belongings and businesses. The instability has led to a collapse in basic services, with banks closing unexpectedly and shortages of food and medicine becoming common. For those considering a move, the risks far outweigh any potential benefits. Myanmar's current situation makes it a no-go zone for anyone seeking safety, stability, or a reliable environment to live and work. Pakistan faces severe economic and security challenges that make it a risky destination for foreigners in 2025. The country has been grappling with double-digit inflation, with food prices rising by over 30% in the past year alone. Frequent power outages and fuel shortages disrupt daily life, while the Pakistani rupee has lost significant value, making living costs unpredictable. Political instability, marked by protests and government changes, adds to the uncertainty. Security remains a major concern, with sporadic terror attacks and targeted incidents against foreigners reported in major cities. Many embassies have issued travel advisories, and expats often cite safety as a top worry. These combined factors are causing both locals and foreigners to reconsider living in Pakistan, as the risks and hardships continue to mount. Laos, often praised for its peaceful atmosphere and stunning natural beauty, is facing some significant challenges that make it a tough destination for expats in 2025. The country is grappling with mounting financial debt, which has led to inflation and a rising cost of living even in rural areas. For expats, this means that everyday expenses can quickly add up, and the value of your money may not stretch as far as you'd expect. Infrastructure is another major concern. Roads are often in poor condition, public transportation is unreliable, and frequent power outages can disrupt daily life. For example, many expats have reported struggling to find stable internet for remote work, and some have faced delays in basic services like water and electricity. Combined with limited job opportunities, especially for foreigners, these issues make it difficult to build a stable future here. While Laos has its charms, the financial instability and weak infrastructure present real obstacles for anyone considering a move. It's important to weigh these factors carefully before making the leap. Since the Taliban regained control of Afghanistan, the country has become one of the most dangerous places in the world for foreigners. International relations have collapsed, and most embassies have closed, leaving foreign nationals with little support or protection. Personal freedoms are severely restricted, especially for women and anyone who doesn't conform to the Taliban's strict rules. Foreigners face constant surveillance, risk of arbitrary detention, and even kidnapping. The economy has collapsed, leading to widespread poverty and shortages of basic goods. Many personal accounts from expats and aid workers describe a climate of fear, with people unable to move freely or express themselves. Even journalists and humanitarian workers are at risk, with some being forced to leave the country abruptly. For most foreigners, daily life is filled with uncertainty and danger, making Afghanistan an extremely risky and unlivable destination in 2025. Bangladesh is a country of vibrant culture and rapid development, but it faces some of the toughest living conditions in Asia. Overpopulation is a major challenge, especially in cities like Dhaka, where millions are packed into limited space, leading to severe traffic congestion and housing shortages. Infrastructure struggles to keep up, with frequent power outages and unreliable public services. Pollution is a daily reality, with air and water quality often dangerously low. Climate change adds another layer of difficulty. Bangladesh is one of the most climate-vulnerable countries in the world, regularly hit by devastating floods, cyclones, and river erosion that displace thousands. Many people live in makeshift homes, and access to clean water and sanitation can be limited. For newcomers, adapting to these challenges, urban overcrowding, environmental hazards, and infrastructure gaps, can make life extremely difficult despite the country's warmth and resilience. Turkmenistan is one of the world's most closed-off countries, ruled by a strict authoritarian regime. The government heavily censors the internet, most social media platforms and news sites are blocked, and even VPNs are often unreliable. Press freedom is virtually non-existent, with all media tightly controlled by the state. Foreigners face constant surveillance, and it's extremely difficult to get a long-term visa or residency permit. Expats report frequent police checks, restrictions on movement, and challenges accessing basic services. For example, international banking is limited, and many foreign websites are inaccessible, making remote work nearly impossible. Social life is also restricted, with few opportunities to meet locals or other expats. The government discourages foreign engagement, and even embassies have limited ability to help. If you value personal freedom, privacy, or want to build a life abroad, Turkmenistan's severe restrictions and isolation make it a very tough place to settle. Yemen, once celebrated for its breathtaking landscapes and ancient culture, is now gripped by one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. Years of relentless conflict have left cities in ruins, with millions of people facing severe food shortages and a collapsing healthcare system. For foreigners, the dangers are even more pronounced. Kidnappings, targeted attacks, and widespread lawlessness make daily life extremely risky. Humanitarian workers and journalists often require armed escorts, and even basic travel can be life-threatening. Stories abound of aid convoys being ambushed, and foreign nationals being caught in crossfire or detained by armed groups. Despite the resilience of the Yemeni people, the ongoing war, famine, and disease outbreaks have made Yemen one of the most perilous places to live or visit in 2025. Always research deeply before deciding to move abroad. While Asia has many amazing countries, these 8 pose serious threats to your financial future, safety, and mental well-being. For more honest travel and relocation guides, subscribe to my channel, drop a like, and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and, stay informed, always.